Hello to all my lovers of Barbies, miniatures, home decor, fashion, and all things miniature. I'm Aries and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be opening the new MiniVerse Make It Mini Spaces. And I say this is one series that I am very excited for and I have been eagerly anticipating getting my hands on. So let me show you my DIY 1/6 scale space because I'm so sorry to say it, but the spaces that they're selling at the store are way under scale for my purposes. So I definitely had to make my own. Welcome to my mini space. I used 2 Hello Kitty MiniVerse boxes and I repurposed them into my bistro, or Hello Kitty's bistro. And because I didn't want the entire space to be overwhelming with this print, as if it's not already overwhelming, I know Design Daddy would be losing his mind right now with all this pattern. But I was trying to make good use of the materials I was given. Think of it as like my own personal, can I remake this challenge? And I think I did a pretty good job. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Whoops. Things are always falling in the miniature world, folks. I used 2 pieces of foam board and some poster board to cover up the opening that our capsules would go in and out of. This playset still can close up to be a contained box. Initially, I thought that I would just use this as a contained staging area. But then I thought to myself, why limit my possibility? And I decided to come over to the side and split the boxes so that I could do this. And here is a look at our completed space, and I absolutely adore it. I feel like it is so vibrant and cheerful, and Hello Kitty is such a sweet and positive image that, yeah, nothing can go wrong in the Hello Kitty bistro. So let's get to putting our display cases up so that we can open our next MiniVerse space. I opened up the side of the box. I added poster board to this wall on my left side and the wall behind me to be able to cover up the entrance that our capsules would go in and out of. And I used foam board cut with a window, 2 pieces cut the same size, to make both sides of our door that are placed sandwiching our plexiglass or our plastic to make our window. Then I added a 1-inch strip around the L shape of the room behind me and on the left wall to be able to make a border for the floor or molding. And I used the molding with a large enough space so that the floor could slide underneath of the molding to be kept in place, so that when I want to close the box up, I can just take this floor, including the counter, out. I then used the foam board on a flipped up wall, or in what would have been a wall from our interior box, as a counter. And I recently saw a brilliant idea of making a wooden grain into the countertop or the foam board to make it look like texture. I thought that was absolutely genius. And I've also seen people use foam board without the paper, the top paper layer, to be able to make bricks and all kind of other textured surfaces for your dollhouse needs. So that's a pretty cool little trick, and I love the way that that looks. The box of the MiniVerse capsules is not very tall. It's actually almost a few inches taller than myself. So to be able to make the height of the room taller, I used a piece of another interior box, cut up about 4 or 5 inches, and hot glued it to the bottom piece or the original piece of the wall. Then I used the additional remnant to create shelving of various dimensions or depths so that I can use them for different storage purposes of things that we have to store in our bistro. And because this is the interior of one of our MiniVerse boxes, I was able to open up the walls so that the walls can be pulled out or in depending on whether I want to put the box back into its cube shape. I used the little platform that is usually placed in the MiniVerse boxes to be able to display the series that's within as a bench by hot gluing the backside to the wall. And I used wooden blocks from a child's wooden block set to create legs to be able to hold up the front's weight. Then I used the part of the box that would usually show you, a few extra miniatures or whatever. I cut it open to be able to make this little feature spot. And I am so excited to get this place decorated that we have to get these MiniVerse Make It Mini spaces open. So let's get to it. We're opening a package that has the slash next to the read. And that should be the bakery stand with the glass. But let's open it to see. And in this first capsule, we got the bakery display case. Here as a look at how it should look. And here are all the pieces that come with this space. MiniVerse Make It Mini Spaces furniture with 10 to make and collect. MiniVerse has also created 2 restaurant spaces, a pizza and a ice cream spot. And I think that those are such nice ideas. And is it me, or are they definitely trying to give real life a run for their money? And here is a look at all of the spaces that are available for purchase and to collect. And how nice is it that within all of the packaging for this series, you can find 2 boxes that can be cut out and folded and created to be used to package your bakery sweets. And here are our boxes all cut out and put together. I think this is a very nice touch on MiniVerse's part, but MiniVerse is always so committed to their details. Our boxes are finished all the way around with very realistic details. A very elegant touch. We also received this white scalloped edge 2-tiered dessert tray and these 2 doilies made of paper. We got this thank you bag, and I can't wait to see what's inside. And in our thank you bag, we received these chocolate and vanilla heart cookies, which is a variation of things that we already have, but I don't mind having it. It's a nice addition. And we received these lovely blueberry muffins. I think that the detail of adding the blueberries was a very nice touch. I think that it's different enough for us to say it's acceptable as an addition to our MiniVerse lineup. And I am so happy to have these miniatures. Blueberry muffins are one of my favorites. So, having a Homer Simpson moment. Muffin. I'm just being silly, y'all. Don't mind me. We had to get the handyman on the job because now we have our display case. And how satisfying is this case? I was not very happy with the scale. The scale was definitely off. But I think that this is a very nice case. And as you can see, I've already added one of our stickers. Sun Baked Sweets. Gotta let you know where these items came from. This case comes with a base that is made up of 2 pieces. It comes with side panels, 2 shelves, and a top panel. Very nice case. It snaps together very easily, and the only issue that I have with it is the scale, but that's why we created this very nice counter. And once I put this shelf on a counter that is about 5 inches off of the ground, it is very much usable for our purposes. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Here's one final look at all of the items that we got with our bakery display case. I am loving these miniatures so far. And here are the adorable stickers that came with the set for decoration. Very nice, very vibrant in color. That's always good. Got a couple of labels and a couple of, I guess, posters. Very nice. Now, as far as these stickers go, I would like to make usable artwork where I can be able to move them around. So I'm going to actually put these stickers, at least the poster stickers, on some cereal board and be able to use them wherever I want by using double-sided tape or poster putty or museum wax to be able to hold it and be able to move it if I needed to. So I'm not going to stick these onto the display. I think that looks junky and I'm not going to do it. So I am going, like I said, to make posters out of these adorable stickers. It would have most certainly been nice if the tray would have at least been able to be on the shelf without hanging off. So yeah, MiniVerse definitely needs to step it up a little bit. Perhaps for the second series of this series, they can actually make the shelves a little deeper so that we have plenty of room to display things without it hanging off. And they could also hopefully make it a little taller. And let's be honest, it would be really nice for me not to have to do the work of altering their product so that I can actually make it usable. That could just be me. Now on to our next MiniVerse space. Now let's see what we can find with a pencil mark next to the word warning. And in this second capsule, we received the bakery stand. And here is a look at our bakery stand. I absolutely love the color, and I think I picked well by making this as my staging area because it's going to look very nice in this space, hopefully, even though it's going to be small. Okay, this is a picture of how it's supposed to look. Here are the components that come in our capsule to put together. And here is a look at our redeemable game card for the bakery stand. And here is a look at our pretty and pink bakery stand. I absolutely adore this. It has compartments for 4 different types of bakery goods, and I think this is so precious. And I most certainly have to find a use for this fragile tissue paper. And here are our 4 display shelves. I have one facing you so that you can see the depth, which it's not very deep. And I have one sitting down so that you can see the side panels. Now, these do look familiar because they are pretty much the same crates that we got in the botanical series. Very nice crates, but we could have gotten something a little different. Come on, MiniVerse. This shelf is totally what I was looking for. The only downside is the scale, but as you see, I have it propped up on something and it is picture perfect. So let me put both of these in their proper places, and then we will open our thank you bags. Oh yes, on this display shelf or on this display table, yes, these display cases are the perfect height. I feel like this is very realistic as to what you would see if you walked into your favorite bakery. I know that it is definitely familiar to me from my many trips to Dunkin' Donuts. I'm just saying. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let's get our thank you bags open. Thank you for buying these out of scale things. Even though, yeah, I knew they were not going to be the proper size. But I am satisfied with these miniatures, as I said, as long as they're propped up on something. And in our thank you bag, we got these 2 boxes of donuts. I'm feeling a little hungry. I can totally appreciate the realism of putting this tissue paper in the box. I adore it. I'm all about the little details. The little details is what impresses me. The fact that you actually thought to put this paper in this little box so that we would have the surprise of getting these donuts. I just love it. I'm here for the whole thing. And in this box, we got the twist donuts. I could tell you a horror story about these twist donuts. Twist donuts are easily my favorite donut. When I saw that they were coming out in this series, I was like, I have got to get these donuts. I searched high, I searched low to get those donuts, but no matter how many weight hacks I used, I could not find them. Eventually, I found them, but it took so long and I was so mad. It was a real moment, y'all. A real moment. I might need a moment. Me and this donut. We about to have a real deep conversation.
You don't want to finish the presentation first, Harris?
Oh, you're right. You're so right. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait, guys. Not to mention, like, where's the sauce? Where's the toppings? Where's something for these donuts? Like, they gave us nothing to go on top of them, which I'm not mad because I'll eat them regardless, but oh my goodness, like, where is the resin? Where's some nuts? Where's something? Come on, MiniVerse. Come on. And in our adorably pink box, we received the regular donuts. Yeah, again, where is the toppings? No toppings anywhere to be found. They're like seriously blending in with the containers. Come on, MiniVerse, y'all couldn't do something with some chocolate, some vanilla, something. Guess we're gonna have to find our own resin. And here are our boxes that come on the internal part of our packaging. Totally giving realism, totally reminding me of IKEA to an extent, but very, very detailed. And let's also add in some Hello Kitty items that I have to make the space a little more festive. I wanted to add to my Hello Kitty bistro for decoration is this adorable Hello Kitty music collection that I got from Five Below for $3.25. I think this little miniature will be the perfect addition to our space to bring in the Hello Kitty theme. Kitty is dressed in an orange shirt with green cuffs, a red pleated skirt, and she has that adorable signature bow in her hair. It's green. And how adorable is she as she plays her flute. Before I place her on our shelf, I'm going to take this nice red paint pen and paint her green bow red. And how adorable are these Hello Kitty accessories? The small speaker I found in a MiniVerse capsule. So if you're interested in these miniatures, run to your local Five Below and pick them up, and pick up a possible MiniVerse toys capsule. I took our posters that some might stick on their actual shelves, but I wanted to use them multiple times in multiple spaces, so I put them on cereal board, and I have double-sided tape to be able to keep them in place. Also wanted to add our Mini Foodie Brands kiosk, And on the other side, I used one of my posters to be an advertisement. So when you're ringing up the customer, they can be thinking about their next purchase. And I adore the way that looks. I cut this small square of our Hello Kitty background to be a cutting board or just a work surface. And I wanted to use one of the bottoms that came on the Hello Kitty capsules to make a floral arrangement. And that is just too precious. I cut up one of our thank you bags and repurposed it as a thank you bag for our customers. The last thing I want to do for this space is to bring in some greenery and to bring in some seating. So I'm going to add my tables and chairs that I got from the Dollar Tree that are supposed to be patio furniture. And I'm going to add a lovely tree and a little bush that I made. Here is our completed space. I am 100% satisfied with this space. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments. And before we go today, I wanted to send a very special shout out to a few subscribers that every time I post a video, they always leave a comment. And I definitely appreciate your feedback. Your feedback, your criticism, your input, it keeps me going. I am definitely not a person who opposes criticism. I welcome it. I don't want to be tore down. Let's keep it cute. Let's keep it classy. But I definitely want to send a shout out to Noni's Reborns because she's always very supportive of this channel. And I also wanted to send a shout out to Cami Lynn. She is a very special subscriber. She's always been supportive. So thank you, Cami Lynn. And her comment last week was absolutely hilarious. She said, please make Aries a mother. I think that baby content will be super cute. And that when you get overwhelmed with your child, you can always send it to your grandparents. And I said, yes, I definitely could do that. But if I take on the responsibility of having a child, I will definitely be prepared to keep the child most of the time because my mama is not the one for me to just drop off a baby and keep it moving. She's like, what do you think this is? No free babysitting over here. But I just thought I'd share that. I thought y'all thought that was funny. But again, thank you so much to Noni's Reborns and to Cami Lynn. And if you would like to be shouted out in a future video, make sure you leave me a comment. And well, first, make sure you're subscribed and then leave me a comment. So thank you guys. When you subscribe, when you like, when you leave a comment, it helps the algorithm to take notice that our content is being viewed and that people actually like it. So please make sure you like, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe because it's absolutely free. So why wouldn't you? Thank you guys so much for your support, and I will see you next time. I hope you enjoyed our content today, and if you did, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you do nothing else, make sure you leave me a comment because I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have a blessed day, night, wherever you are, and remember to always do your best even if no one else thinks it's enough. Bye, guys.